Hello everybody, it's November the 8th and the year is 2022. We are looking at the Mahbodhi Center located in Chennai city in India, and it's the street name of where this is located is Kenneth Lane. So it's located right opposite the Egmore railway station, and the street name is Kenneth Lane. So you are looking at it. Let's move closer to this building. It's a four-storied building, and anybody who is on a pilgrimage, be it any country, are received here without any restriction, and accommodation is provided for a lot cheaper rate, and it's in essence it's some kind of benevolent service by this association, or it's a religious sect. Let's get closer to this building. Now we are inside. This is the Mahbodhi Center or Mahbodhi Society in Chennai. So let's move into the complex. The Buddhist monks are here, and there is a police guarding the area from outside, and that's the center inside. It's a four-storied building, right? And I have the permission from the chief monk, and he had requested me to do this, or not, rather allowed me to do this. Thank you, and let's proceed. We are entering the Mahbodhi Center. This is the entrance office, and you're looking at the chief monk, and he's known as Reverend Chandraratna, and these are the other monks from different Buddhist centers. They come as far as China, Japan, and Far Eastern countries, and the other pilgrims also come to visit this site. This is the office area, and that's said to be the founder of this center. I'm assuming his name is Venerable Bangala Upatissa Nayaka Thero. And now we are looking at the interior of the complex. That is, you shall see, it's a hallway where people come. This is where the prayers take place. There is a prayer session in the, I guess, in the late afternoon around 7:30, and that's the Buddhist Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. That's a statue, and so right above this floor we have three other floors. So altogether it's four floors. And the chief monk is here coming into. Usually the prayer session takes place around 7:30 p.m. and folks from different countries come here. Let me ask if the chief monk, Reverend Chandraratna.
One magazine.
Yeah, okay. There he is. He's showing a magazine. Take a closer look. And yeah, this I think in Tamil language, and several languages are spoken here. So this is we are in Tamil Nadu. So the
And you say
Buddha Sangamitra.
you can say it, sir. I'm sorry.
The magazine's name is Buddha Sangamitra,
Yes.
and actually I am the founder editor, chief editor of this magazine. It will come in different languages, in English and Hindi especially, and he's also a co-editor, and he's a Tamil expert.
Could you state your name, sir?
N. Anbadan.
N. Anbarakan. Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
The magazine's name is Theravada Buddhist magazine.
Theravada
It
Buddhism.
is the first in India, the first Theravada magazine in India,
Yes.
and the magazine's name is called Buddha Sangamitra.
Buddha Sangamitra.
Sangamitra.
As
And, yes.
for
And,
the view, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
one more thing, and here in this magazine we give importance to importance to women article writers.
Oh yeah, women
For
rights. Yeah.
example, For example, the first article is again from Malaysia. A lady has written.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is a person from. So, yeah, this is also a professor, and then this is about the difficulties of nuns faced in Myanmar, for example.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this small girl
Yes.
has now got a PhD and has become a scholar,
Oh yeah.
a researcher.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so how the problems she has faced is what is given here.
Oh, detailed. Yeah. Okay.
So, for example, here she's a psychiatrist, a Buddhist psychiatrist from Sri Lanka.
Oh yes.
Sri
Okay.
Lanka. So her article is on the Sri Mahbodhi tree.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Incidentally, for the viewers, Sri Mahbodhi tree was, it's arguably said to be the oldest tree in the world. It's about 2,500 years ago. There was an emperor by the name Ashoka in India. In the early years, I'm just giving it in a nutshell. He was a warrior. He was an ambitious emperor. He waged war with a territory known as Kalinga. I don't know what the modern name is. The war is said to have lasted 9 years, and countless number of human lives were lost. And at the end of it, he had a change of heart. A Buddhist monk came to him, "What did you achieve in the end? So many human lives were gone." So henceforth, he turned to Buddhism and Buddhist philosophy and became a follower of peace. And he was a powerful emperor, and he spread his rule as far as they say. He sent his envoys even to Greece and the Rome and so on. And his envoys went to Sri Lanka. At that time, it was called by was known by a different name. And in Sri Lanka, his son and daughter, son was Mahinda, not to be confused with the modern day Mahinda, but this is a Mahinda that you can respect and honor. His daughter Sangamita, they both went to Sri Lanka and planted what do you call a branch of the, not branch, what's the word for that? It's the name. Sapling. Thank you for the sapling of the tree in a location called Anuradhapura. Now this tree is where Buddha is said to have attained enlightenment, meditating for 9 days non-stop. And so this doctor apparently has written an article about this tree. And it's a huge tree. I myself have been there and seen this tree. So that's all about the Buddhism. I mean, it has become a religion, but truly it is a way of life. In my other video, I was trying to say it, but my memory is always, due to memory lapse, I don't prepare a script, so I just say it the way it comes to me spontaneously. What it is there was a German scientist by the name Gestalt, and in modern days in the university they teach Gestalt, Gestalt, Gestalt psychology. Gestalt, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Gestalt is a German psychologist. His theory is a branch of psychology. It has been already preached by Buddha 2,500 years ago. So that's, this is all the articles in the magazine this monk is showing me. For those who understand the native language Tamil would understand. Otherwise, he says it's coming out in English as well, right? Yes, so he says the magazine is coming out in English as well. So interesting, very interesting. This place I find it's truly carrying out a benevolent service for the people who have lost themselves. People who come here looking for help and assistance. Reverend Chandraratna, the chief monk, always welcomes them, and they are fed here. They are given a place to sleep here, and it's not with no ulterior motive. The monetary without an intention to gain anything monetarily. Now that to me is benevolent service. I don't know if I should be saying it. Sometimes even jail inmates come here looking for salvation of some kind because they have no recourse, nowhere to go, not even the families take them in. And this place accepts them, and they're given a place to sleep and food, and they needn't pay anything. And the organization, I shouldn't say organization, this is an institution, a society, recognize the difficulties human beings go through. Whether the inmate is guilty or not, it doesn't matter. With a change of heart, they come here, they're received with on humanitarian grounds. This is why I like this place. And I like this young monk who's the chief monk. He has a very cheerful nature and a very warm-hearted person. So that's why I decided to stay here. Just for he has such a good, his personality is one should emulate his personality, and he's such a decent human being, a warm-hearted monk. I mean, human beings come in all different shades and all different kinds, but he's someone I like. And so this is the editor of the book. Once again, what's your name, sir?
L. Anbalagan.
L. Anbalagan. It sounds Tamil.
Tamil scholar.
Yeah, Tamil scholar. Okay. Anbalagan. I'm my first 16 years I learned Tamil, and then I quit Tamil, and I was pursuing English literature, because if you don't study English, everybody tends to look down at you. And so then I look back, and I come back, and I meet these people, and it's really a pleasure. And this is this other young monk who has explained everything about this magazine. And
I'm also an editor.
He says he's an editor as well.
I'm the founder editor.
Oh, he's the founder and editor of this magazine. So much so for this, I guess I'll say institution, the society. And there is another monk over there. He's from, I think, Sri Lanka. And I've seen Buddhist monks coming from as far as Japan and Korea and Burma and so on. What's your name?
Dhamma Vijitha.
Okay, he's Reverend Dhamma Vijitha from Sri Lanka. So all these Far Eastern countries that pursues Buddhism as a way of life, if you name it, if you want to say it's a religion, go ahead. It can be a religion, but in my view, it's a way of life. So that's the founder, the one person who walked the face of the earth, who was the most rational person in my view. He taught it's a way of life. It's like I said in my other video, Buddhism in essence is a pseudo-psychology. It talks about human suffering, how to transcend the suffering and find the true meaning. In the end, you can be the richest man in the world. Will you ever have peace? No. And power and money is the worst form of addiction. The more you have, the more you want, and you can never come out of that addiction. So Gautama Buddha. The Buddha it's actually a moniker. Buddha in Sanskrit, old Pali language, Buddhi means intelligence. So there is also an anecdote about how he attained this moniker. When he was preaching, someone got up and asked a so-called skeptic, "Who are you to say all these things? Are you a god?" He said, "No." "Are you some kind of angel?" "No." "Are you a prophet?" "No." "So what are you then?" He said, "I'm just awake, someone who has awakened the intelligence, human intelligence." And he implied, all you folks are sleeping while I'm asking you to awake. So thus his name became Buddha. Buddhi means intelligence, one who has awakened the intelligence. On that note, I'll wind up this, and thank you for patiently listening to this.